Welcome back to New Horizons Racing League Division 2. I'm your host Connor tonight, and I gaming. How are you doing, mate?
I am okay, thank you. It should be a good one tonight as we have many more drives. Could be an all-time high for Division 2, so this should be a good one.
It really should be. I know that Austria is short, and I know that we are expecting... Well, the amount of drivers that we've got, it's going to be quite chaotic, especially into Turn 1. These F2 cars aren't the easiest to drive, and even though it will be a short race, but by God, I just really hope it's going to be full of as much action as it was in France last week.
Yeah, France last week was a very, very active race with many amazing overtaking moves, especially on that final lap with Jamie, Collins, and Frederikas and J Marsh. All of them having on-track battles right up until the end. J Marsh taking the win on penalties, even though Frederikas did overtake him into that final corner. So he'll be glad he got that win.
Fair enough, right. Yep, one-shot quali. Here we are away, and Jamie Morris serving his quali ban after last week in France. We're coming through the first corner now. It seems to, oh, you can't even tell. I think the Saubers are actually looking pretty strong today, but Feared by Gaming at the moment leading the front of the pack. Charlie on his return after a brief absence with Dams, he's looking in contention already, and this is why I love this one-shot quali. I have no idea who's actually Division 2 driver from last season, down in 15th. I can only assume that he probably span at the first couple of corners.
Yeah, Sweeney was very strong last season in Division 2, winning a few races alongside his former teammate Jamie Morris. Very good pair, those two Red Bull drivers.
I believe that's one of the new Prema guys that has retired, PB Racing. At the minute, Ninja doing an absolute stellar of a job getting into last couple of turns now. He looks pretty clear. I think everything's almost settled down now. This could be the grid. Will Ninja take pole? Of course he does. And look at all the times come in. This is a really close grid.
The 1-2 for ART, that's very interesting with a very strong grid here.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what team's going to do in this race, and also Jamie Morris. Both of them starting at the back of the grid near enough. He's actually managed to get himself... Oh, he got disqualified. He had sorry, he invalidated lap time is what I'm trying to say.
Just trying to do a little bit of a rundown of the order. Ninja taking the 4 points for pole position here for himself and ART. J Marsh starts alongside him on the front row. H Collins, biggest shock to me, P3, and AG30 doing an absolutely brilliant job to get the Campos into P4. That's not a bad job considering the amount of serious competition that is on this grid. So yeah, all the points will add up till the end for that elusive £20 prize at the end of the season. Just waiting for all the guards to ready up now, then we can get on the way with the formation lap. I'm going to try and have a look at the standings.
Yeah, J Marsh will be hoping to get another good result today. After last week bouncing off of that great win, being in control for most of the race in France, having a different strategy to everybody else there, but everybody seems to be starting on those super softs, those purple rules. So I was pretty sure I put them.
Oh no, yeah, people are starting on actually a few different tyres. Morris in P14 on the softs. Feared by Gaming, T. Jonas and J Marsh. Yeah, the two ARTs at the front have split the strategy. That's Ninja on pole position, J Marsh P2, Collins in P3 for Carlin, AG30 P4 for Campos. Charlie on his return in P5, not a bad effort whatsoever. He should be able to get some points for Dams. Tijonis, the P6, away for a couple of weeks. He's back today to try and keep Sauber's momentum going, and behind him is his teammate who has a pretty realistic chance of taking the championship, but J Marsh still currently leads. Fifth by game in P8 for Carlin. Fozzy Rosadog for, that's a Uni Virtuosi, isn't it, in P9. Smart Dam starting P10. It's not a bad first impression. I wish all the best for him. That's Bradley almost taking out Fozzy Wozzy Dog. Owen, his teammate, starting in P12 today, and then PB Racing P13 Kramer. P14 is J Morris. BWT Arden team. He's going to want a hopefully good result after taking his quali ban. And then we have both the Tridents, Cornelius and Sweeney, rounding up the grid. I'm just going to head on board with Ninja. I'm going to try and have a quick little read out of the standings before we do kick off. Right, J Marsh currently leads the championship on 138 points, Frederick Cass on 126, and Collins on 67, actually tying with AG30. In the constructors, Sauber still lead the championship on 181, ART 150, and Campos 147. We're at 5 red lights, and away we go. I think they're nearly making up the minds, and away they go now.
AG30 getting a pretty decent start there. They're going down the inside of J Marsh. Oh, he moves up into P2. J Marsh has lost out.
Contact already. That's Frederick Cass round.
Wow, that is a
huge severe collision.
Start. Yeah, Owen down into P16 after having a pretty decent qualifying. Sweeney already into the points there, up into P10. Fifth by gaining keeping his position in P8. It's pretty surprising to see him down in P6. Very solid driver in terms of racing.
So on this battle for P5 of Collins, going wheel to wheel with Charlie. Charlie has made up at least one position, but AG30 up into P2 after the start. J Marsh down to P3.
J Morris fighting, very personal battle between these two. PB Racing is round and spinning into the gravel, comes back onto the circuit very dangerously.
Oh.
That could have been
Come
bad.
on, man.
Almost taking out Smokey.
Yeah, it was pretty dangerous.
J Marsh is actually behind AG30 now. AG30 is diving down the inside of the turn 1. It's a very good move from the Campos driver there. SSR Ninja already 1.5 seconds ahead of AG30 now, but J Marsh is very good at chasing down and get back to that P2.
Tijonis has made a move on Collins into P5, so he's the charging Sauber at the moment. Bradley having to pit for wind damage sustained on the first lap. We're gonna, oh my god, what's happening back here? A battle between Fibber Game, Jamie Morris and Sweeney. We're on board with Jamie Morris, see if he can catch the Trident.
Yeah, as I was saying, Jamie and Sweeney will be open to battling each other here today, as there'll probably be personal battles with former teammates, edging each other out last season in Division 2, so I think they'll be hoping to beat the
right down for P13, Fozzy Wozzy Dog losing a position to Smoky in the Dams. Still no points on offer for anyone as of yet, unless you're in the top 10 obviously. Can't wait till, I believe, is DRS now, yeah, DRS has now been enabled. I'm going to ride on board a P10, Cornelius, coming into turn 1, should be able to get fed by gaming under DRS. Little bit of a snaky rear end from the Carlin.
Jamie going round
yep, I've got a perfect camera angle for this.
Down the inside into turn 2, takes switches back into turn 3, moves up into P7, is side-by-side racing here.
PB Racing.
Teammates PB Racing is out of this race. Jamie gets up into P7 ahead of Sweeney. Third by Gaming keeping P9, but goes very wide into turn 4. That loses him the position, and now Cornelius is up into P9. SHR Ninja building a very strong lead in P1 there, 2 seconds ahead of AG30. J Marsh still hanging behind him, 5 tenths back. Charlie, P4, waiting for his opportunity to maybe seize that podium from either AG30 or J Marsh, depending on the next battles that come from those two in front of him.
Yeah, not a bad race so far at the start. I'm a little bit surprised that they're spreading out as much as they are, even though they're technically all still pretty close together. Hopefully we can see a bit of action with Jamie and Collins. It must have been something about France. Probably it's more the nature of the corners. They're shoving each other left, right and centre. But with Austria today, it looks a little bit more of a crisper, cleaner kind of approach to the racing today. Probably because everyone's a little bit tedious with, because a bit under pressure. This is the biggest grid we've ever had in Division 2. If any of the guys do wish to stick around, they are more than welcome to. And it's Jamie Morris trying to get past Collins' Carlin. Yes, having a look down the inside. Is he going to hold the position? Yes, he does. Collins had to yield through turn 8.
Owen was fighting Cornelius there into turn 4, but went a bit wide out on the exit. P. John is losing the back end there. Had a bit of a scary moment there.
Ooh, that's going to give Jamie the slingshot into P5.
What a start from Jamie Morris in that contact. He's starting P14 and now up into P5.
AG30 will drill J Marsh into turn 3, I believe it's now classified as. The Campos does the lunge. There is contact. I think he left him just about enough space on the exit.
It's Collins getting past the lead there. He made a mistake.
I think the best thing Collins can do at this point is to just try and stay with Jamie Morris and T. Jonas, and I hope that something can happen so he can get his way back up into P5. And all the while, Ninja is absolutely storming ahead in P1.
Frederica getting past it by Gaming there. Moving back up into P9 after the initial contact where he just spun around. A bit like Max Verstappen a few years ago.
We're going to stick on board with J Marsh in P3, him and AG30. The battle for the second and third step of the podium is surely not over yet, and it's not going to be for quite some time. Fibber Gaming, 3-second penalty. I have to say, even in the F2 cars, track limits around here are pretty... I'd say they're easy to get, especially through turn 1.
Marsh going around outside of AG30 here. AG30 diving into turn 3.
I think he dived a little bit too deep. J Marsh is going to have him on the exit. Yeah, he will. He's got the better drive and DRS down into turn 4. Make AG30 go the long way round.
Trying to go round the outside, but doesn't get it done. He's trying to switch back, but there's a very interesting battle from P4 to P6 here.
Yeah, we're going to ride on board with T. Jonas actually, who's trying to chase down Charlie, who is that yellow flag set to 2.
I don't see anything. But yeah, Jamie Morris moving up into P4.
T. Jonas wheel to wheel. Down the inside, that's a brilliant move. Oh, yep, only just manages to keep it on the track though.
What move? He's Collins into the box now. First one to pit, apart from Bradley. Frederica's also into the box now. P8 and P9 boxing at the same time here. Interested to see if they'll they're trying to get the undercut there. Smokey also into the box, so 3 people currently into the pit lane. To start here, Cornelius comes in. Ooh, so, these drivers will be trying to get the switch back on the drivers in front of them. Cornelius get a 5-second penalty.
We're going to have to butt in because Jamie Morris is wheel to wheel with AG30 for P3. He's going to try it round the outside. 10 out of 10 for trying.
Jamie Morris starting on the soft AG30.
Is it the softs, the red tyres here? They're basically the harder tyre.
The softs are the red ones.
Yes, so the guys on the super softs, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them pitting this early. The tyre wear around here must actually be pretty bad. AG30 into the box. I've just seen a little bit of front wing go flying just before turn 10. I didn't catch where that was from.
Sorry, just one button. Ninja getting a 5-second penalty there for being in the pit lane. That will hinder him a bit unless he can create some sort of gap. Putting on the soft, but yellow flag sector 2.
Cornelius
is out.
I think that was his race ruined as soon as it came to the pit stops. Owen, I believe, is coming in. He is. Collins. Yeah, I don't know how much longer. Collins is definitely boxed. He has. He's not coping very well on these new tyres. Smoky with 3 seconds. I want to see a bit more Smoky actually. We need to come back to him later in the race. But Charlie now has got a little bit of clean air, so we can try and chase down the Campos of AG30. See in the background, Sweeney, Collins and Fredericas will be having a look into turn 4. Just got right on board with them actually. Oh no, Smoky! Well, we'll see what happened to him. Smoky. It's not Smoky because it doesn't have the E between his K and the Y. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to him there. Shame, really. Right, Collins and Fredericas wheel to wheel. Oh, Collins, please be careful, mate. Like the nose to tail through turn 9 there were. There's another yellow flag. I'm in 5-second penalty for corner cutting. That's a little bit unusual, if I'm honest. Right. Collins going wheel to wheel now into turn 3. He's trying the outside line. He is only just... Will he hang it there? Well, Fredericas, yeah, surely he's going to have to concede that position. He's got a penalty. Right, I'm going to head back up to the lead because Jay Morris is all over Jay Marsh.
Oh, Fredericas is spun.
Fredericas spinning. Jay Morris down the inside. Taps Jay Marsh. Surely this is the fight for whatever the race outcome will be. Jay Marsh down the inside. He's going to have to be so daringly late on the brakes. And he is. Not too deep, but not the best of exits. Jamie Morris trying a different line. Going more to Jay Marsh still having DRS. Can get as much slipstream as you can.
Down the inside.
The inside!
What a battle this is for the lead of the race.
Oh, they've got traffic as well. That's Owen's gone off. They'll be chasing up to Bradley then. Wheel to wheel. Oh my god. Using all the track and more. Jamie Morris now pulling ahead. This could be the net race lead. Because Jay Marsh has to fend from T. Jonas is trying to go around the inside.
What a race this is turning out to be.
Bradley taking to the runoff. Thanks for that, mate. getting out of the way at the final corner.
Norris starting in P14, and now he's up into the lead, provisional lead of the race. It'll be interesting to see what Ninja can do after the round of pit stops and offside. It'll be interesting to see what he can do on those boost stops.
I'm just disappointed because I think this is going to be a race that will come down to penalties, and someone's going to get their heart broken when they find out the lead's only going to be like 5 milliseconds or something.
Oh, T-Jonas goes down
Down the inside. It's made contact. It's a half spin onto the grass. I think T-Jonas has to take as much blame for that as J Marsh. The track was wide enough. They both drove into the same part of the track. AG30 battling with Charlie now. They're down in P7. Yeah, a little bit of will to 4. He gives AG30 a little bit of a shove to the outside. That's Charlie's move done and dusted up into P6.
Owen and Bradley are going to be hoping for some timers here. Maybe push them up into P9 and P10 or P7, 11. But
well, the thing is, they only need about another 2 retirements, if that. It's not impossible.
It depends what on-track battles happen, and if people are making mistakes with the talk of these.
Right, I have to see this battle. P8 Sweeney chasing down P7 30. They were from P6 to P8. They're all within DRS range of each other.
We'll be hoping to salvage something from this race. Obviously, being a very competitive driver.
I think that Trident though is actually running a little bit higher downforce. Like you see the gap now, even in a straight line, it's barely closing to Surtees and Charlie. But you'll watch him through the next 3 corners or so, and I bet it will close up right within about 3/10 come the final sector.
Yeah, you need that balance between having enough straight line speed, Bradley into the box, but you need to have that balance of enough straight line speed to get past them on the straight, and also the right amount of downforce so you can go through the corners nicely.
See, he is catching him a little bit, but compared to this time last lap, he's only gained about a 10th. Yellow sector 2. No idea who that was. Who was on board with Sweeney? Well, I'm going to ride on board with 30 because he's going to have a look at Charlie into turn 3. Holds it around the outside. Charlie's still basically bullying the Campos off the track, but it's still within the white lines, so just keep an eye on these two. AG30 knows that. Yeah, I think he's getting riled up now. He's starting to give it back to Charlie as much as Charlie's giving it to him. J Marsh and T-Jonas in the box. I'm going to ride on board with Ninja, who's behind, feared by gaming. I expect him to come into the box, and he is. So J Morris still out in front. J Marsh in the box. Ninja, come on. Bad luck for feared 5-second penalty for pit lane speeding. Ninja out into P2. Does Morris still need to box? Yes. Oh. Do you think? Oh wow! What the hell was that? Sweeney seems to have a moment with one of the guys up ahead. That might have been Charlie, and maybe been Collins. I only just caught the end of that. Frederick has now, because of it, up into P8. We're gonna ride on board. Yeah, that was. I wish I was paying a bit more attention to that one. Charlie is still trying to get within attacking distance of the Campos. Jay Morris is in. I'm gonna ride on board. No, I want to ride on board with T. Jonas now because will J Marsh play the team game and maybe try and hold up the Sauber driver? I think surely
Ninja, I think
no penalty.
Yes.
Yeah. He's going to be clear by about a mile. But the thing is, Jay Morris will be on the soft tyre.
Yes, this will be interesting to see whether it will come down to penalties or whether we'll have an on-track.
Yeah, that's Owen that Jamie's going to find ahead of him on track.
Jamie does in fact have 3 warnings, so I think if he gets one more, he will have a time penalty. So,
but does he have any penalties? Oh, Owen nearly losing it.
Ninja needs to clear 5 seconds of Jamie to get the win. Yeah, I did see he get a flag moment there, but I don't know who it scored.
That's my train of thought now. About 5 laps to go next time round. They come to the track. They come to the line. I need to have a look at who the biggest winners and losers are. There's been a lot of action, but if I'm honest, it's a different type of action. Sweeney actually doing a pretty good job, who I believe has started right at the back of the grid due to his quali disqualification. So he's in P9 at the minute, but who knows what it could have been if it weren't for that spin. If he does stick around and he wants to actually have that looked into, he's more than welcome to DM on us. I love the amount of carbon fibre of the wings that's just left in the grass on the exit of turn 2. But Jamie Morris though, up 12 positions. If it is, as you say, only got warnings, if he can just hold on and not get a penalty, surely he has to be driver of the day.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. T. John is going down the inside of J. Marsh there, almost touching there. But J. Marsh keeps him free. T. John is getting a tempo almost. Got back a bit there.
They're all fairly close together through the middle sector. Such close racing between the fight for the final step of the podium. Jay Morrison with the fastest lap. That would be 2 points going to him and to Arden come the end of the race.
The gap between Ninja and Jamie is closing.
But surely Ninja has that 5-second penalty. Yeah, he has DRS. I think he's going to do it. As long as Josh just stays with him, he can get DRS, but I think he's just messed up his exit. He's not going to have the drive on him to attack into P4. If he wants that podium, he's got to hope that penalties come into play. He's going to be mugged off by 2 Saubers in 2 weeks. He thought he'd lost the race win at the line when he was overtaken on the final corner of the final lap last week. He may have just lost the podium this time round.
Jonathan a bit wide on the exit turn 4 there, so that has allowed J. Marsh to get back up close to that Sauber. AG's first team hanging back in P5 there. Gaps starting to form, cleared by Jamie 9 tenths. Getting that closing really. Can get this move done. Soon swerving a bit there.
No, I think they're a little bit far back for any kind of close interaction. The Red Bull with J. Marshu it's the opposite scenario to the lap previously. Is he going to have a look down the inside? No, thinks better of it this time. That's actually fairly smart driving. T. Jonas having the back end step out has really compromised his exit.
Yeah, by getting into the pit, going round
J Marsh around the outside of the Sauber into P4. Oh, and he's gone deep. He's gone way too deep. All that hard work, and it seems to have been not next to nothing. That podium may have just fell through his fingers. Yet feared by gaming now, trying to have a look up at Sweeney. Oh, they've actually tapped. Oh, sorry.
He does get the edge on the exit.
Oh, this is uncomfortably close.
Oh wow, we're on. Come round onto the penultimate lap.
Yep, penultimate lap already. Time flies when you're having fun, mate. The battle for P10 spreading out for the moment. I'm going to head back up with Tijonis. The fight for the last step on the podium. Still not over with 2 laps left to go. I don't think either of these guys are completely clean with penalties. I'm aware that both of them have at least some kind of penalty. No, Jay Marshall's left the door open. Yep, he needs to cover that off, and he does. But he compromises his exit a little bit, but he gets enough drive down to stay ahead through turn 5 into turn 6 now. Tijonis just not really looking as comfortable placing his car on the outside. The exit, he clips the grass.
Made by gaming. Going a bit deep into turn 4 there.
Yeah, that may have been a temporarily battle. I'll let you cover that, mate. I need to cover the battle for P3. We're now on the final lap. Ninja's the gap P1 and P2 3.8 seconds.
Unless we make a mistake, I think he might take the win here.
Yeah.
If he gets the penalty,
Tijonis needs to really work in his corner exits in the first sector. I think J Marsh would be hoping for an overtake to happen, because then he can have the fight back into turn 4. Oh, they're squeezing each other with everything that there were. Right, we'll cover that fight toward the end of the race. I need eyes on Ninja and Jamie at some point. See when they're close to the line. J Marsh and Tijonis, it's probably the battle of the day. Oh. Oh, no!
Oh no!
Purely accidental, I believe. We're coming up to the final corner. Ninja, that's Fozzie moving out of the way. He wins, but he has his 5-second penalty. J Morris wins in Austria.
Wow.
He takes the fastest lap as well. But I believe it's going to be a double ART podium. And that spin from Tijonis has put AG30 into P4 for Campos. Charlie takes P5! What the hell happened there? So what happened there with Collins?
Yeah, I saw that.
Bid by game. Right, I believe that's all the points paying positions. Just going to wait for Owen and Bradley to come round. In fact, play to these guys. I know we say it just about every week. They turn up. They have a nice sort of fight between themselves, and credit to them, they've made it to the end of the race. Little cheeky nudge, bless them. You've got to feel for T. Jones at that point. Though. The thing is, I just hope he understands that there wasn't really anything wrong, majorly, with what happened. It's when you're side by side going through corners like that. I mean, at the end of the day, what do you expect? Right, it's Jamie Morris takes the win and the fastest lap for Arden. ART having the double podium. AG30 P4, T. Jonas in P5. 10 points for Sauber. The gap will have closed in the constructors. Charlie on a solid job, to be honest, in P6. Collins P7 for Carlin. Frederikas could have been better. What could have been today for both Sauber cars? Sweeney in P9 for Trident, not a bad job, I think, considering he ruined his own qualifying, starting from the back, and he made it into some kind of points. Yeah, I mean, fair play to him. He's come back and he's got points in his first race. I know that he's had problems, but yep. Fed by Gaming making out the final points painting positions in P10, and then the guys finished outside the points. Fozzie was the dog, Bradley and Owen in P13. The non-finishers were Smokey, PB Gaming, and I've forgotten who else was at the bottom. I'm really sorry about that. Right, if we can get the guys in for the post-race interviews, that'll be Jamie, Ninja, and Morris. Are they all in? Brilliant timing, honestly. Right, we can start off from the bottom straight away then. Josh, explain that race.
Oh, that was so much fun. Oh my god, that was incredible. But no, it was really good to see. Obviously, with all the, especially with all these other people turning up as well, like that obviously made things better for you guys to watch. And obviously, any viewers, obviously, I had a good fight with TJ. I still need to I want to have another look at what just happened on that final lap. I'm not actually too sure as to what the hell happened, but
we caught it. It might have been a little bit more, or it probably felt a bit more violent than it was. In terms of what we saw, the pair of you had just gone to the outside curb. There might have been the smallest touch of wheel bang, but I don't think there was any serious malice from either driver. It might just be one of those unfortunate things.
Yeah, I mean, I saw yellow flag. I didn't actually know that they like gone until I looked down. I mean, I thought something maybe because I didn't know where it'd gone, but I just saw the yellow flag and then obviously he was gone.
But P3, are you happy with that, considering the race you had?
Oh yeah, I'm ecstatic. Obviously, it was fun. Obviously, I have my teammate up here. Obviously, great driving from both other drivers who got up here on the podium. Yes, really fun race. Can't really complain.
Brilliant. Right, you're going to need to head on to, I wouldn't say I'll say this, Mr. Bottle Job, Ninja, P2.
No, not Bottle Job. Oh.
That's me.
Well, he didn't bottle it. P2, how was the race for you mainly? I mean, we barely covered you, but yeah, it was. I think you had a clean race, let's say.
I had a very clean race, yeah. Apart from obviously the pit lane thing, bit annoying. I did think it was 39 miles per hour, but it was 37. Bit stupid of me, but you know, can't get that removed because you know it's my fault. The race was just pretty standard. It was like Canada, really. Had no one around me. Just had to keep driving and keep it clean. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Do you think, despite strategy, you think there was anything more that you could have done to increase the gap to just edge out those extra few seconds to Morris at the line?
Definitely switch strategies from the hardest to the softest tyre. I could have done that, and I probably would have won the race.
We'll have to see for next time round, for Silverstone next week then. But moving on to the race winner, Morris.
Yo, what's going on, boys?
Absolutely brilliant. From a quali ban, you absolute idiot from last week, and you beautiful, brilliant genius. How the hell do you go from just about the last row of the grid to winning in a race like that? Take us through your race.
Thank you. Well, I just drove the car in it. Like, I've got nothing else to say, but it was an amazing race. I had so much fun throughout the field, battling everybody. Almost spun, and from the same person from last week, Luca. But thank God I didn't. I saved the car this time. And not got angry as much. So calm down and just work my way through the field. I had to overtake people as quick as possible because I didn't want a DRS change to start happening, which it didn't, thankfully. had some good battles throughout the field. Sweeney was a good one as well. Collins, me and him went side by side. I believe I overtook someone down the left-hander. Can't remember who it was, but I definitely overtook him there, and it was a good race. It was just so much fun. Happy with that result. I think Ninja would have won, to be honest, because if it wasn't for his penalty, he would have definitely won. But if I had more laps, and if there was more laps to go, I would have definitely caught Ninja. But thankfully, the race ended, so I couldn't catch him at the end of the race. But still, I won on penalties. I didn't want to win like that, but Ninja should have won today. But his pit lane things made him lose, so unlucky to him. Hopefully, he can go back in Silverstone. But I thought I had a bit of a strategy going on between the two teammates of Ninja and Marsh. I knew they were going to do something, but I knew I had to overtake Marsh as quick as possible, and he got me back with the DRS as well, so I had to get away from him as quick as possible. Then he had TJ in the back of him. TJ hit me in the back once, but it's all good. So just put my way through the field and just calm and relax, really.
Brilliant stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the race today. It was quite action-packed, but in a completely different way that it was to France last week. Did any of you guys during the race feel that that there were fights, but it all seemed a little bit tame, a little bit clean, a little bit too nice? Was anyone really getting that vibe from today?
Person at the end of the race, Collins, but I was fighting throughout the whole time. I was fighting as pushing as hard as I could, so I had a different vibe from France last week because I battled France. But Austria, I just blitzed through the field. It's one of my favourite tracks as well, Austria.
Fair enough. Yes, if anyone hasn't seen France yet, please do go back and watch it. It was not a bad race at all. Yeah, a lot of action tonight, different taste of action, to be honest, compared to last week. As I said earlier, the Division 2 guys will be heading to Silverstone next week. We have Division 1 tomorrow, so please follow us on Twitter at NHRL Official, keep updated. The championship fight is coming down to the wire this season. Subscribe to the New Horizons Racing League channel for Division 1 coverage. We'll be back tomorrow at Kota, and the constructors fight between Ferrari, Alfa Romeo and Renault is reaching boiling point. Please do not miss it. You really want to keep in touch with us for that. But until next time for Division 2, we'll see you next week in Silverstone. See you later, guys.